We interrupt our programming to bring you the following special report.
The Ryan Report.
Because I was there.
It's time for the Ryan Report.
It's like Jay-Z, all eyes on us.
On the People Station, V103.
It is your Ryan Report right here on the People Station, V103, and it's been brought to you by
McDonald's. Start your day with 2 sausage biscuits with egg or a sausage biscuit with egg, a medium drink for only $3 all day, every day at McDonald's. I'm loving it.
All right. Did you see the picture that goes with R. Kelly's GQ interview?
I did not.
You got to get that picture for the next
to
Ryan
see
Report.
it.
You need to see this
Okay,
picture.
okay.
All right. You know, they said R. Kelly sat down to sing about his life.
Uh-huh.
And it turned into like a 45-minute fiasco. We've heard this story before,
Right.
but only in print about R. Kelly and his love for his mother.
Yes.
And it's kind of weird, some of the stuff he says. Here's your boy Kells talking about their breakfast tradition.
Me and my mom would go to McDonald's and before she go to work, before I go to school, and she would get us a Danish. It's all we could afford is a Danish and a cup of coffee. And we would split the Danish and cup of coffee. She wore this cheap lipstick. And she would put 3 creams and 6 sugars in the coffee. And she would stir it up. She would open the Danish, split it with a little plastic white knife. She had this cheap lipstick, and she would taste the coffee to make sure it was sweet enough. And she'd leave the ring of lipstick on the coffee from which she tasted coffee. And I remember when she would give me mine, when I would sip from the cup, I would turn it around and I would drink from her lipstick part. Because in a son-mother way, I had a serious crush on my mom because she could sing her butt off. And I just looked up and down to her. I looked around. I looked everything about my mother. You know, I loved her. And I even asked her to marry me one day. I was like, nah. She said no. But you know what? I understood.
I had love for my mom. What in the world is going on?
His next album ought to be called Oedipus.
Oh, my goodness.
That is
Cannabis. What?
That is
And she turned the cup.
Oh, my
She
God. Okay.
drank. What in the world? Okay, I close my eyes and it's a problem. There's a problem for me.
Yeah, here's a picture I was meant to tell you about.
Oh, wow. That's pretty scary.
He's going through something.
Yeah, he is.
This certain thing is being too open.
He needs to get married. How old is R. Kelly?
He's been married.
Well, try it again.
No.
Lonely.
All right.
He said no.
Gabrielle Union talking about Stacey Dash and her BET comments.
Yeah, snap back.
You know, Gabby will go in. Here she is.
Who's that? Who's Stacey Dash? Is she related to Dame Dash? Was she on Rockefeller? I heard of a crazy lady once, maybe last week, but I don't know what her name is. Yeah, I mean, it's why there's a need for the Birth of a Nation and why there's a need for the Country Music Awards and the Alma Awards. If you don't see yourself reflected in mainstream awards, you tend to create your own. And until there's no longer a need for that, I celebrate the Almas in the same way I celebrate the Country Music Awards and the same way I celebrate the BET Awards and the Image Awards, which, we'll all be at in a couple weeks. Yeah, I mean, the more that we focus on inclusion and a true representation of this country, I think that crazy lady will have less to say.
All right, y'all watch this now. I'm telling you, crazy like a fox. And I mean that literally. Don't be surprised if Stacey Dash doesn't end up with a show on Fox. You think she's crazy. She's shunned everything. She's nice to look at. And she's dogging out the people. Where else could she go? And so when they announced it, remember you heard it here first. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. I'll tell you what else is going to happen. Jay-Z is signing deals and he's not living up to them, according to TMZ. He was supposed to have a gold Jay-Z cologne about 3 years ago. They gave him a lot of money, but apparently he was supposed to do a lot of stuff, and Jay-Z doesn't tweet. He doesn't do a lot of stuff. He doesn't do any social media. But according to the deal with Parlux Fragrances, who's now suing him, He was supposed to go on Good Morning America. He's supposed to do an in-store at Macy's. He's supposed to, be a part of Women's Wear Daily. But then after he makes the deal, he declines. There was also supposed to be a lineup of follow-up fragrances that he would help develop, but he didn't come to the meetings. So they never happened.
So why didn't he show up?
Because probably he changed his mind. And instead of making $50 million over 2 years, like they were supposed to, they are losing money. And people who have this Jay-Z cologne are returning it because nobody knows it's Jay-Z.
Wow.
They're suing him for $18 million in damages.
Oh my God. Like, we knew that I Am King belonged to Diddy.
That's
we
right.
knew Usher belonged to Usher.
Right.
Like, oh my goodness.
And Rihanna has like the top 3 fragrances internationally. When you go to like the duty-free stores,
right,
all of her perfumes and stuff is like, so, but people know because she's on the box.
Exactly. And Nicki Minaj. I mean, you can't go wrong with that bottle. It's Nicki Minaj.
So I don't know if Jay changed his mind or what happened, but maybe he's got the 18 mil. I don't know.
Okay.
They say that when they opened it, though, it smelled like camel.
Okay.
That's what they say. I don't know. An old lipstick, but that was R. Kelly. That's what he said it smelled like, but, he's tainted. That is your Ryan Report right here on the People Station. It's V103.
And if you don't know, now you know.
The Ryan Report. The Ryan Report. V103.